Welcome to West Coast Wednesday here on Prospectors Radio with Kathleen Biffle, Rich Cooley, Scott Swiftwater Toney, Indiana Gold Hunter, Dennis Dayton, and your host, Tim Grimes. We hope you enjoy the show, and thanks again for listening.
All right, everybody, welcome back to another edition of Prospector Radio. I'm your host, Tim Grimes, and you know what? I want to take 1 second real quick to let maybe some of our new listeners know. If you're just tuning in and you're not hip to this prospecting thing, stick around. We'll try to explain things to you as we talk about it, and I'm sure you'll have a good time listening to the show because we cover a lot more than just prospecting here, that's for sure. So on that note, I'm going to introduce my co-host. First off, we got Mr. Rich Cooley. How you doing tonight, Rich?
Oh, pretty good. How's everyone tonight?
Doing good, brother. And how you feeling better?
Yeah, I'm coming along a little bit better. The only thing I'm hoping for is to snag some equipment up. Putting it out there on the airways, and I'm looking for some an air tank, a hookah tank, and my hoses, and I have a mask, but possibly another mask or a regulator also. So there's the items that I'm looking for. So if anybody's interested in getting rid of any that are in good working order, let me know.
Heck yeah, and that's easy to do. They can just send you a message.
I want to test my stuff out real bad.
Right.
I want to get it ready to go.
Right, but if they do have something, they can send you a message on Gold Prospector Space, right? And that way,
right, that is correct.
Easy peasy. If they have any of that
or
equipment,
on Gold Prospectors on Facebook, whatever. Yeah,
either or. So yeah, if you got any of that equipment, you're looking to get rid of it, send Rich a message. Let him know.
I was going to buy the whole kit, but if I can get a good deal with some other used stuff, then I will.
Oh heck yeah, that just makes perfect sense, don't it? Because you never know.
Yeah, that's all I'm doing. I'm trying to get stuff ready.
Right.
Rich, I can sell you Kathleen's.
You can what?
You can sell me Kathleen's
air stuff.
Why?
Oh.
I'm teasing. Don't hit
Kathleen's like,
well, you never know. Santa Claus might be getting a dual setup, so you never know.
Oh, that's true. Yeah, we didn't look at it that way. Oh, awesome.
Yeah.
So
unless he pulled out his money in a stash somewhere, I don't know.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I forgot to tell you, I won that Powerball thing.
Oh, okay.
Oh, that's what it was. Got it.
So I only won $36 on that, so that's
more than I won.
Much.
I won.
Well, you won more than I did.
I won 0. So I'm sure a lot of other people won 0 too.
You won $8 or something.
Sweet.
Well, that was on the one. The one day I took them all in, we had about $24, I think it was.
Woohoo!
Don't spend that all in one place, man.
Yeah, really.
We bought more and lost.
Yep, that's all I'm doing. Just basically get my equipment ready, going over everything.
Awesome,
that's,
bro.
One of the things I could talk about sometime, too, is going over your equipment, for Sunday Night Cooley's Corner. And this weekend, hopefully, we're going to talk about safety again on the gold mines. So.
Oh, part 2. Right?
Yep, I'm going to get some more information on it here. I did have the checklist already, so we'll be able to talk a little bit about that. And we'll see what else we'll get into Sunday night.
Awesome.
So make sure they tune in for Cooley's Corner on Sunday night.
Heck yeah.
7:30.
Heck yeah, they better. If they're not, they're going to miss out on a great segment, right? Heck yeah, brother. That's for sure. Well, Rich, we want to thank you for being here as always. I'm glad you're feeling better, that you're not feeling so crappy anymore, that you're feeling good, and that is a good thing, right?
Yep. Thanks for having me.
Oh, our pleasure, man. Always, you know that. All right. Also joining us tonight, we got our very own Miss Kathleen Biffle. What's happening, Kathleen?
Happy Halloween.
It is Halloween, isn't it?
Spooky.
Spooky. Ooh, it is spooky.
Oh, my gosh. What a hectic night.
Trick-or-treaters?
We had some trick-or-treaters. Not as much. Well, first off, let me start from the beginning.
Let's start from the beginning. That's a good idea.
Totally forgot it was Halloween, right? Even though I've been doing like these fun facts and closer looks and everything.
Right.
But it kind of snuck up on us in the middle of a work week. So I had to stop and get candy on the way home from work.
Oh, God.
And a bottle of wine. So then I bought like 4 bags of chocolate. And I come home, and Shad just looks at me like, you don't have enough.
They're small bags.
I'm like,
Wow.
that's 4 bags of chocolates. So he went out and got more. And
Got 6 bags.
Yes, and now we have 6 bags of chocolates.
And now we got 3 bags left over.
Yeah, we didn't have that many kids this year
Okay.
because it's raining.
Oh,
and
that don't help.
Kids in our neighborhood are just getting older.
Right. This
So
is true.
now we have 3 bags of chocolate that I'm probably going to help eat and
Why not?
gain a little weight.
Don't chocolate go good with wine?
It does.
There you go. Now,
That's why you have to get it with wine.
there you go. So you're set for the night, right? You got some chocolate in front of you, Kathleen?
I do.
Okay.
And Kit Kats are my downfall.
Ooh.
But I'm going to tell you one thing. There's these pumpkin spice Kit Kats out there.
What?
Yeah. Don't get it.
Oh my gosh!
Okay.
It
Somebody
don't-
save me.
I ate one and it was like, it was good at first.
Uh-huh.
But then it was just like too much.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I got it. It's
Needless to say, they went at the top of the candy pail.
And we gave those
So
away
I
first.
did handfuls. They were all excited because it was dark out. So
Sure.
I just gave them a handful of all of them and just boom, boom. Now they're gone.
easy way to get rid of them without throwing them away, right? Just pass them out to the trick-or-treaters. See, our trick-or-treat was like last week. Is when we
What?
Yeah, ours is always...
No way.
Yeah, they have
That's
it like...
sacrilege.
They always have it on these weird days, and it's like Tuesday.
What do they have? Christmas early too?
They probably do. They do. They have Halloween every year, like the 24th on a Tuesday, and it's like, why? You know,
What
it was
the
actually on a
heck?
Thursday. It was last Thursday they had it actually, because I said, oh crap, I'm not passing candy out this year. I turned off the porch light, and I'm like, I'm not doing candy. I didn't think
See,
about
there's
it.
no wonder kids are twisted up these days. They don't even know when to do stuff.
I don't know. You know.
Could you imagine? I could. If somebody knocked on my door 5 days before Halloween, said trick or treat, I would go, buddy, are you trying to collect a lot of candy? Because you're early.
Well, I'm sure they announced it in the community,
They
right?
do,
That
yeah.
it was going to be that
They,
night.
they do, but it's weird. It's like, why don't we just do trick or treat on Halloween?
I know.
Makes no sense. It's like,
Well, here, if Halloween falls like on a Friday, or what, Saturday?
No, if it's
Mostly
on a Friday,
Friday.
they'll bump it up to like Thursday. Or
Because of
Friday.
like what?
just because of
Crazies?
people out of it.
but I don't know.
That is totally weird.
It is weird. I've always said that since I've lived here. It's like, it's not Halloween. It's the 25th. Why are we having trick or treat? But that's what they do. And it's like, okay, man, I don't know why. I mean, look, it's a Wednesday. They had it on a Thursday last week. Why didn't we just have it today? It's Halloween.
Yeah.
It just makes more sense to me.
It's just one of those things that make you go,
Oh, it definitely makes you go, what big brain.
Well, I mean, I could see if Halloween was on a Tuesday and you wanted to have an adult party that weekend prior, then that's when you do the Halloween party.
Right.
But like for kids to go out, trick or treat,
It's Halloween.
That's the night.
It is the night. Right. You go on the 31st. That's the night. That's when we did it when we was kids. You know, and
well, I'm excited about tonight. I do have some Halloween
Nice.
fun facts, and that's the last you're going to hear from Halloween for a while.
oh, I hope because Halloween
And we
is
promised
over.
she didn't record it and get it from the internet.
I did not.
You
record
didn't?
this.
She's gonna actually speak it live.
Oh, sweetness. Good. It'll
You
be
get to hear commentary.
live commentary and live facts from Kathleen.
And no echoes.
No recorded jazz here. That's for sure. We don't.
Unless, did you ever find some scary music?
Who, Shad?
No, you.
Was I supposed to?
Well,
You
did
gave a thumbs up on it.
I did.
You weren't paying attention. Check your messenger.
I'm an idiot.
Oh my.
I'm sorry, Kathleen.
But anyway, it's good to be here. Hump Day. Really
Oh,
excited
yeah.
about that. Even though it rained today, it was in the 60s here, and it was rather nice.
It got kind of nice, even though it rained.
Yeah, the koi even woke up a little bit.
I know when I left this morning for work, I grabbed a coat and I got outside and I was like, "Oh man, it's kind of warmish." And I'm like,
Warmish.
"It was warmish and moist, but it was warm."
It was
And
very moist
It
today.
it was a moist day, you know, and a moist evening last night too. I was like, man, but I said I don't even need a coat, and it was perfect. It was nice, even though it was
Well,
raining.
that's Ohio for you.
It is. It definitely.
Well, we're going to be winterizing the camper soon.
Yeah.
Sooner than later, probably.
I know.
With everything coming up, so
we're not going to get an Indian summer, are we?
I don't think so. I think we're going right into winter.
I think so. It seems like it. Like it's gonna just hit us, and it's gonna hit us hard. I think. You know, that first snow.
Well, we don't have spring and autumn anymore.
No. No. Gosh, no.
We're either winter, summer.
That's it. That's our 2 seasons. Yay! And we went straight into it. It's like, God, I just not ready, Kathleen.
Nope. But, I've got my stress away oils, and
nice.
I'm good to go tonight.
Nice. Love it. That is cool. Tell us about your oils, Kathleen. Are you
my essential oils?
Yes. We got to talk about the essential oils every week. So.
Well, tonight I am wearing a stress away blend. It's lavender, vanilla, cedarwood, lime, and copaiba.
Copaiba?
Copaiba.
Okay. And that's
anyway, it keeps you relaxed, and it's been a stressful week with end of the year things at work, but I'm able to just go home and unwind and enjoy.
There you go. And are you selling these oils, Kathleen? Are you going to be doing that?
I am a distributor.
Are you really? Why don't you share that with people? Because they might want to know.
I do have a website out there, and maybe I'll post it out there.
I think we should post that in the chat room, and then I think you should tell the listeners, because these people are listening and they want to know. Kathleen's using copaiba oil tonight, and we want some of that.
Well, I can't be out in the creek right now,
right.
And because it's just been, the weather's been crazy and it's just busy. So this is something that just helps me relax a little bit.
Exactly. And I think there's a lot of people listening right now that would think that too, and that's why I said
I was skeptical at first. My friend Crazy Stacy, she's out there, but she sweared by it for like 2 years. And I laughed at her like, that doesn't work.
That's just crazy. Right?
Until I tried it and I was like, oh wow, I guess it does.
Now you're a firm believer in it. So yeah,
I just gotta get Shad to go along with it. He's been sick for like a week now.
I know, yeah.
Yeah, so clearly they don't work.
No, you don't do it every night. I come up to him to oil him up, and he's like, no, I don't want that.
Don't put that stuff on me.
I guess you got to start out with the crabbiness oil relief and put that on him first. Then
I've got to sneak it in his food or something.
Yeah, then he'll calm down, and then you can put any oil on him you want. See, that's the trick. But yeah, Kathleen, work on that. I think you should tell people about it here on the show, where your website and stuff when you get it all ready, and let's share that with them, because we're going to talk about it every week. I mean, it's happening. It's happening, and so I think
it's called OU, Oil University.
Oi oi.
Oi oi.
Oi, oi.
It's called OU.
OU, I like that. All right, cool. Yeah, because we got to share this, because I know some of our listeners want to know and would.
Tim, you know what? Why wasn't it called AU?
Because it's a oi oi.
Oil is spelled with an O.
I know, but AU means gold.
It could have been AOU, like Gold Oil University.
Yeah.
Yeah.
See, she could have just raised the price by $65, putting real gold in it.
Oh, put some
sprinkle some gold dust
in each bottle. Hey, that could work. That could see, now people are curious about it, and
all right. Well, Shad will have to post it.
They will have to get that.
I sent it to you, Shad. Did you keep it?
Uh-oh.
He's quiet. He's like,
I think I got it somewhere. Start digging, Shad. Google it. Yeah, Shad will post that in the chat room for anybody that's interested, because this stuff's amazing. You got to check it out. Even if you're a skeptic, even try it out. Just try it, and you shall see. It does what she says. Really does. So, Very cool, Kathleen. And I know you got your news tonight.
I do. I've got some news and then fun facts, and we even could gather up some local events of interest.
Nice.
Even though there's really not a lot going on right now.
Right.
This time of the year.
Okay. But you've still managed to find something. You always do. And we appreciate that, Kathleen, so much. You know, you do a great job every week.
Stay tuned.
Oh, we're hanging in there for it. I'm ready. Ready for some news. Kathleen, thank you for being here as always. All right. Joining us also, the other half of the Biffles, our local events guy. You know him, Mr. Shad Bifle. What's happening, Shad?
Well, I sleep with the gun on my bedside table for a few reasons now. Not just to deter intruders, kids, scare other people coming in, but obviously to resist the oils.
The sneak attack.
Sneak attack from the oi lady. I can see Kathleen walking in and rubbing her hands together with the oils, and it's like she's ready to get you.
Well, she even puts it on Morton, who has some ear problems, and it does help, obviously. But as soon as she gets her little box out with all the oil, he looks up, I look over, we look at each other, and he's like, oh, crap, I'm up here on the bed.
She's going to put oil on me.
And, he tries to, slowly lean the other way, away from her.
No, he likes it.
So you can use it on your pets, too?
Yeah, certain things like to repel fleas. Morton's got a bad case of ear mites right now, so we're treating him for that, and it's working.
Wow.
Actually, he walked up to me this morning. He knows the routine. He's a very routine German Shepherd.
Uh-huh.
And, it just took a couple times with the routine, and now he just knows.
He knows. It's time for my oil.
Yeah, he knows he can't get away from it, so
he's like,
what is he going to do?
He's a little reluctant, but he knows.
His punishment.
Take my medicine. That's right. See? That's cool, though, that you can use it on your pets. That's
Some
awesome.
of them you can.
It's a two-for-one.
But yeah, it is actually safer, obviously, than a lot of the other chemicals they have to treat stuff for dogs, too. So
yes.
And they don't have any fleas.
There you go. That's all that matters. Pretty cool. I like it. So what's happening, Shad?
Well, because, Kathleen had to fine-tune some of the news tonight, and, she went ahead tonight and did dinner for the family. So I was passing out the candy, sitting in the sprinkling moistness air.
Yep.
Passing a couple kids came back, and I was like, really? But what are you going to do? Right. I gave them more.
He had a cool costume, though.
Yeah, that's why he got it.
He had one of those.
It was a girl, actually. The big inflatable dinosaur.
Oh, really?
Those things are hilarious.
I want one of them.
It's a T-Rex.
I want one. I think we all should have one, Shad.
And the dogs,
funny.
They bark, because I sat outside, obviously. I didn't want, that would have been insane, trying to open the door with the dogs. So, but the dogs, saw it at first and barked, and then as she got closer, they just shut up.
They ran away.
They were like, what the heck is that?
Oh, we got to get some of them. We have to.
Some fierce German Shepherds we have.
If we would have, just think, Shad, if we would have had them, we could have worn them to the Gold Show the other day.
Oh, that would be, and ran around the Gold Show.
Ran around attacking people.
That's why they didn't have many trick-or-treaters this year. Their neighborhood kids are like, there's 5 dogs in that house, right?
Well, okay, what's the rule? You have your lights on, you come get candy, right?
Right, yes.
Okay, so not only that, I'm sitting in a chair in the porch, lights are all on, and still people started walking right by the house.
If they don't want to
are that
effort.
House. No, we are.
Yeah,
that
but bro,
house.
Oh, you're that house.
I've seen you in the sunlight.
No, it's.
We were thinking about
imagine
putting
in
the
the dark.
camper out there and putting the awning out and
that
just
would have been fun.
Like we're camping and they have to come up to the awning to get their candy.
That would have been fun.
Okay, that would have been cool.
That would.
Yeah.
It would have.
Sorry, we thought of that up too late.
It would have. Upset the HOA or whatever, and people.
But yeah, the girls went with friends to hand out candy and hang out, and so. I told the boys, I'm like, you could help out and pass it. And they were like, what? We want to go get candy. I'm like, you're teenagers.
You don't go out without a costume.
And you don't have a costume. What are you going to do?
They just go out without a costume. That's what they do.
And I was like, no, I'm not. You're not doing that. So
they're going bag snatching.
Yeah. So I was sitting out there, and there's a lot of teenagers, obviously, because our neighborhood, a lot of kids are getting older. We have a lot of really little kids, and then we have a lot of teenagers in the neighborhood. So I started feeling bad. I'm like, okay, I was thinking when I was out there, what does Shad have that he can have his sons go out in costumes or whatever? So I was like, you know what? I got into my big trunk that has a lot of my uniforms. I pulled out, a green set of camis and the desert set of camis. And I was like, here you guys go, put them on, right? So I told him, I said, all right, you're wearing my uniforms for trick-or-treating, but you're going as Stolen Valor.
Okay. Did they know what you were talking
never
about?
Earned it, and they're all disheveled looking. But, yeah, they still took their little bags and filled them up and came back. They were like, yeah, we had to skip like 30 houses because we didn't have any more room.
Oh, jeez.
Like, good God.
They did good then. Quickly. Wow.
Yeah, so that was my night.
Nice.
And as far as getting over being sick, I'm not as bad as I've been,
Right.
but I still got the stupid fever.
You still got the
I was
fever.
getting angry.
You still got the fever.
Yeah.
But you are
But I'm
feeling,
good.
feeling
I'm
a
good.
little better, though. That's good, Shad. Now, you got your local events of interest tonight, right?
Yeah, I do. And like Kathleen said, not a ton that we could find, but
Right.
there's some cool ones here. We got 2 out west and then 1 down under.
Oh, you'll make them fun. We know that. And I know you got your precious metals and your birthdays as well, like always, right? But Dennis ain't here to sing, so who's going to sing? Scott?
Don't worry, bro. I got it under control.
You got
Got
this?
it, Scott.
You got it, Scott?
All right. We're bringing in the C team to
That's
sing
right.
this time.
That's right.
The seat.
Yeah. Well, Rich is the B team.
Yeah.
Oh, that's
All
right.
right.
Yeah,
So Swiftwater is a C team.
definitely.
And I don't know, I did share
Ouch.
our Wednesday's banner, but I replaced, because it normally has Scott's picture on the left,
Mhm.
and it has Kathleen's on the right, since, a lot of it's about dredging up the news and prospecting out west, obviously, for our
Right.
listeners out there.
Mm-hmm.
But I switched their pictures to do, like, Halloween characters of them. Kathleen
Okay.
was like this oil witch. On the
Oh,
right.
is that what it was? Because I thought it was a princess or something with flowers.
No. Yeah, it was all nature. You didn't get it. And then, of course, Scott, did you notice, even as a zombie, your T-shirt is white?
As white.
And it had the scarf and your hat.
Yeah, the bandana was there and everything.
It was
It was
perfect.
Well, thank
Did you
you.
see it?
Thank you very much
Where-
for making my T-shirt white.
Where can people go to see that banner, Shad, if they didn't see it?
Oh, I'll put it on the main site here in a second. So.
Is it on there? Is it on our official Facebook page too?
Yeah, it's on the official group page. It's on our it's on Prospectors Radio Facebook page, Go
Okay.
Prospectors Space page.
Sweet.
But yeah, and of course, when you do see our banners out there for our shows, a lot of them now are pretty standard, unless we have a special guest or something.
Right.
Please share them and get the word out
Heck
more.
yeah. But like always, Shad, we're always live, right? We're never recorded.
You better believe
Always live.
100% live for the
100%.
entire show.
That's right, 100%. Not none of this recorded jazz. We're here. We're live. We screw up. We accept it. It's all good. So awesome.
We're embracing it.
We do. We embrace it. We embrace when we screw up.
I mean, come on. We have Scott Swiftwater on with us. It's going to be screwed up at times.
Oh. Right?
I can't deny that one.
It's gonna happen. All right, Shad, take it away, brother, if you want.
All right. Your current market price is here for October 31st, Halloween. Gold did
Come on,
fall
baby.
$7.
Oh,
It closed at 1,214.
okay.
Ooh.
Oh my gosh! It's still
It's
12 though.
Yep, it's still up there, but that was a pretty big drop. Silver, that fell 18 cents.
Ooh, now that one.
And that's at $14.24.
Dang. Still above 14.
But platinum, that's up $3, and it's holding on at 838.
Mm-hmm.
And it really has not moved much right there in that range
Right.
for quite some time now, for over a month.
Right.
Palladium is up $3, closing at 1,071. So good
Okay.
movement there,
Okay.
coming back. And even rhodium, as of today, it stayed flat, closing at 2,425.
Road. Rhodium. I like saying rhodium. Rhodium. Just say that a couple times. It's got a nice ring to it. Rhodium.
Well, you got to roll your R, man. It's see, I can't even do it, man. Rhodium. There you go.
Rhodium. Okay. I like it. All right.
But all right, if Scott wants to take it away for our birthdays, we have quite a bit to get through. So take it away.
Okay, here we go. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. And many more.
There you go,
All
man.
right, Scott.
That's like a jazzy.
I know,
It was
like a
jazzy, wasn't it,
doo-wop
Kathleen?
type of thing,
It
man.
was.
You just got to snap the fingers.
It kind of reminds me of a lounge singer.
It did, yes, yeah.
Yeah, he's the creepy lounge singer, but he's not on the He's in the casino, just like 30 miles down the road.
Hey, it sounded like a Halloween birthday.
Oh my
You know,
God!
it's the kind of singer where the announcer says, "Please, no autographs or no applause at all."
No flash photography.
Yeah, they
bottles.
give out a free buffet coupon just for coming.
Yeah. Scott should be in a smoked up lounge.
It's people that have their birthday on Halloween. Pretty cool there.
It is cool.
Bethany, Bob Torok, Carl Yearwood, George Hampel, Brant Gilbert, James L. Carlson, John Hooper, Lonnie, Lisa Kearns, Malcolm Cook, PK, Pat Hendricks, Pete Needham, and we also have Royce D. Pinkston, Russell Hines, and Van. And then tomorrow, I can see that we have Bobby Thompson, Brian Y., Dan Neindorf, and Doug Van Tassel.
All right. Well, happy birthday.
Happy Halloween birthday.
Happy Halloween birthday. You're right. That is cool.
You know, it's really great. You get cake and candy.
Cake.
Yeah, I know.
Oh yeah, you do. You get a twofer. That's for sure.
No doubt.
No, I think it's kind of like those Christmas birthdays where you kind of get
No. That's where you get the shaft.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You just like, okay, your birthday's at Christmas.
Yeah. You're just like, oh no, that's your birthday present. Oh, that's your Christmas present.
Well, here's the thing, all right? If you have was born on Halloween, 9 months ago is February, the early part of February.
Right. You're right. So think about it. You was somebody trying
Pretty
to keep
close to Valentine's Day.
No, that would be November 14th.
Well, still, people don't always go the full term.
Whatever.
Just
right.
saying.
And they were just trying to get warm. Probably
They were practicing.
It was a cold night, and they were trying to get warm.
Exactly.
That's what it was. Yes, we know.
Well, I'm a New Year's baby.
It was a moist night, is what it was.
Yeah.
Moist and cold. Yeah, definitely. Shad, awesome, brother. Thank you, as always, for your input on your birthdays and your metal prices and everything you do. We appreciate you, my friend, definitely. And thanks for being here. All right. So, also joining us, we got our West Coast connection, Mr. Lounge singer himself, Scott Swiftwater. Toney, what's happening, Scotty boy?
Hey, you know, I wish I was sitting in a lounge, but I'm not. But this is what's going on.
What's going on?
Man, me and Ben Ironman Caldwell, we're doing some good workings up here, making some deep holes, getting some gold. It's treacherous. We had another flash flood come through. Unfortunately, I took the most part of it. And what really stinks is because, you know, you heard me say it, you know, my stuff took Ben's out. So we got his stuff going, and me and him's been working this last week on the 4-inch dredge, just to kind of tag teaming it up. And you know, you can move quite a bit of material with two people going at it, pretty good.
Yeah.
And the gold's still turning up. But man, I've actually done something pretty great this last week. I mean, I don't know if you guys remember a while back I made a video about Sam the Man Baldwin's dredge nozzles, and which would be H&B Mining out of California. You know, they were really good and strong and stuff like that. And I actually ordered some hose from him, stuff like that, where I gave him a call up and I told him, you know, what happened and everything like that. And I was like, hey, I'm going to shoot a series of videos this year.
Uh-huh.
And I'm like, I don't have a sponsor. How would you like to sponsor me? He's like, okay. So he helped me out pretty good, and I gotta get everything still in the mail is what the problem is.
Right.
The mail, we call it snail mail.
Right.
It's not that quick. So, but I think he said that he got the box out, or he told Iron Man that he got the box out and was shipping it either today or this morning. So, man, I can't wait till I get it here and get it down there and actually working. I mean, I don't mind working with Ben, but when you're splitting the gold, you got to work twice as long, twice as many hours, twice as much gas, that stuff on one machine.
Yeah, true.
So and it's not.
Did you contact Fruit of the Loom for a sponsorship?
No, I haven't actually.
I figured you would.
Fruit of the Loom does not keep my shirts that white.
Whoever does, that's who you should be contacting. Was it OxyClean? I'm still, Scott. See, the reason I asked Scott, the reason I'm asking is because last Wednesday you left us hanging. It was like I still was confused with the whole OxyClean bleach water bucket thing. So that's why
you have to soak them before you wash them.
What do you soak them in?
OxyClean and maybe a cap full of bleach
at the same time.
Yeah.
And what about water?
Well, you got to have some of that in there too,
In there with the
no,
OxyClean.
You just use straight chemical. You'll eat your shirt up faster than a mouse would. It's that bad. It's not good.
And you put them all all in at the same time.
Yeah, I think I don't know. I think she's like a cap of bleach in a bucket, or a little bit, maybe a bigger tub that we got, not too big, and then she uses one of those OxyClean things, and then washes it out.
So what's the OxyClean thing? Is that
what makes it white?
Oh, okay. And then you put all this in one bucket.
Yeah.
Okay.
You got to soak, because my T-shirts, like when I go down to work, you got to remember, I wear a white T-shirt every day. No joke.
Yeah. But that's why I like white T-shirts too. So I'm trying to make sure I get this right. So if I put my OxyClean in a bucket and soak it, and then I take it out, and then I dump the OxyClean out, and then I put the bleach in, and then I put my shirt back in it.
No, I think she puts a cap full of bleach in with the OxyClean thing, and then lets it soak.
Come on.
Well, hey, Tim, though, have you asked him about you put out a couple or your buddy has the Facebook Live or videos. We saw your setup that you had in the river.
That was cool.
Yeah, with the fire hose or whatever you were holding there.
That's right. Yeah, you didn't tell us about that a little. You could tell me more about the shirt thing later, because I still don't think I got this, and you're gonna have to really give me a lot more detail, because I am really confused about how many buckets I need and caps of what and this, and I just am lost.
Hey Tim, you're not that big. You're not that big of a guy, bro. About 5 of your T-shirts will fit in the bucket. You're good.
Well, how big of a bucket? That's the thing. How big of a bucket? And can I put 5 shirts in there? And how many capfuls do I need? See, there's a lot we still have to go over on this, but I want to know about the fire hose thing.
Well, the fire hose thing is what we do out here, and I was going to talk about that here a little bit later on tonight. But
well, you just give me a brief description.
Now, the video that Shad's seen, which video would we be talking about? Is this on Facebook?
You got your hat on, you're sitting on a rock or something.
And you're holding your hose, and it's spraying into the hole with the dredge, and he's taking around and showing the setup before he goes over to the hole.
Okay, that might be a video I haven't seen yet, or didn't know he taped.
Okay.
Well, he tagged you. It inspired us.
Yeah. It's inspirational.
No, that's actually called dry land dredging, and I'll talk a little bit about that this evening.
Okay.
If Kathleen's got a lot of stuff, then I'll do a little short thing. But other than that, I got other stuff.
Okay.
To go on.
Okay.
And I want to put this out here as well. I'm glad for the HB Mining coming in and being a sponsor, but as well, if you guys think about it, we don't do this very often, but we do. If you want to, I think it's on eBay under Benjamin Rock Company. It's actually some of the gold that we do dig that Ben puts up select bags on eBay, and he doesn't do like we don't have like 30 bags sitting out here. These are specific things that he posts. So if you guys want to check those out, man, feel free to do it.
Okay.
Because it's actually the stuff that comes through our dredge nozzles.
Okay.
What you see on my videos and what you hear me talk about here today.
Okay. And then you're going to start selling your own branded detergent too, aren't you? To get those shirts whitey white.
No. See, that's not my department.
Well, you're gonna have to talk to her and find out.
Like I said, she can't stand me to have a stain on my, because usually my shirts at the end of the year they've had mud blowed on them. They'll just look bad.
You didn't say warm or cold water either, so that's why I said I'm still lost. So. And do I use a fire hose to fill the bucket?
There
How do
you go.
you blow mud on yourself?
Exactly. How do you blow mud on yourself? That's another good question.
If you got a fire hose blowing into the mud, it'll come right back at you.
But
a fire hose isn't blowing anything; it's shooting water out. So
water brings
it's like splatter.
Yeah, you get splattered off. You know what? You guys have only dry washed out here. You haven't experienced the total Arizona thing.
So, why would you wear
what
a
we're
white
doing?
T-shirt?
What we're doing now is when you have water, is what you do. There's nothing else. When you have water, you're doing the same thing I am.
Oh, okay.
If you're not, you're just wasting your time out here. I consider it, but.
Okay, I kind of got it. I just don't think I'd wear a white T-shirt while I was doing that. I mean, it just.
Hey, if somebody comes out there in the middle of the desert and they're a gold prospector, they automatically know who I am.
Not all gold prospectors wear white T-shirts. Wow, desert mud.
I'm gonna start
water hosing. Yeah, I know, right? I guess we all should.
Well, of course, they see somebody wearing a white T-shirt with a big hat. They look down and they're like, "Oh,
right.
Look at that little kid prospect.
Look at that little fella."
They're like, "Oh, that's Swiftwater." My bad.
You want to hear something really funny? Is this weekend me and Ben went up to A&B prospecting up here in Prescott, and you guys remember Woody, right? That did the Superstition
Toy Story.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
I walked in and I walked in. And he was standing right there in the door and was talking to the guys. And I walked by him. I was like, man, why does he look so freaking familiar for? And then he took off and we were looking at some stuff and I turned and looked on the wall. And they had like his picture and all the other guys' picture. I was like, nah, that's where I know him from. I was like, dang it, I didn't get a chance to say hey.
Scott.
Yeah.
Do me a favor. Say, there's a snake in my boot.
There's a snake in my boot.
That's all I wanted you to say. Thank you.
Buzz Lightyear. There ain't no snakes in my boot.
There's a snake in my boot. Repeat after me. There's a snake in my boot. One more time, Scott.
There's a snake in my boot.
Thank you. That's all I needed.
What are you doing?
I just needed to
I don't even know.
You know what? He's up to something.
I just needed to hear.
But and another course, you know what? I want to thank, because there's a lot of people I've been telling about Gold Prospector Space Radio and Gold Prospectors Space. So if you're in the chat room tonight, hey, thanks for coming in and being in the chat room and, having conversations with the people that are in there. Mm-hmm. And if you are new just listening on Gold Prospector Space Radio, hey, thanks for coming in and listening tonight. And I'm glad that you come in. And I hope this encourages you to join Gold Prospector Space.
Oh, yeah.
And, maybe later on you guys will get some newbies in here that'll ask more questions and do some more call-ins and stuff like that.
Yeah, what's the number to call in, Scott?
That I couldn't tell you.
I don't even know that.
It is 419. Hold on.
I couldn't tell you.
Hold on. It's 419-520-7574. After Kathleen's news, if you got a question or you want to ask Scott about his recipe to get those T-shirts whitey white, just give us a call. We'll be glad to answer them. All right, Scott, thank you for being here, brother. We appreciate you, and we'll get back to you here shortly, I'm sure. So
you got it.
All right. Last but not least, our little buddy all the way from Indiana, the world-renowned Indiana gold hunter himself, Mr. Dennis Dayton. What's happening, Dennis?
Oh, man, I'm disappointed.
In what?
I didn't get to sing my birthday.
Oh, you wasn't here.
That's the only thing that I do is sing a birthday. I don't do the news.
You can still sing it.
I don't do the product review. I don't do the West Coast. I sing my birthday.
Well, you can still sing it.
I didn't even get to sing my birthday.
I think you should still sing it anyway, in my opinion. Give them a twofer.
Man, only one thing I do is sing birthdays, and I can't even do that.
And you sing it so well. And that's why I still think you should sing it, because I think everybody that had a birthday would really still love to hear it from you, because you're the original.
Yeah, that's all right. It's already been sung.
But it don't matter. You do it so well. Scott sounded like a lounge lizard, at a small smoky lounge in Vegas, so you should sing it for with his piano and his brandy sifter with tip money in it. So I think you should sing it, Dennis. You want to sing it, Dennis?
Yeah, I'll sing it. I'll sing it Sunday, maybe, if I'm lucky.
Oh, you will. You wasn't here, and we can't have that dead air. We was trying to wait for you, but it's all good, man. You're the original voice of the birthdays, so no worries. Scott was the C team. See, that's right.
But other than that, I'm looking forward to getting out. Whether it's cold or rainy or snowy, I'm going to be out prospecting this weekend.
You're going out this weekend to the pit?
Oh, you betcha. You betcha I am.
Oh yeah.
I got to run some more material actually that I had sitting in a tub from probably the first of the year, and I run that in my tubby concentrator, and I almost threw that material away, and I could not believe how much gold I was getting ready to throw away.
Really?
I love that little tubby concentrator from Spike Strike. Prospecting.
Very cool. Definitely.
That thing kicked some butt, man. I was like, wow.
Now, we haven't talked to you since the gold show. We didn't talk to you since the gold show, did we? No, because you worked Wednesday and you wasn't here on the show, right?
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. So did
well, it was Sunday actually, but yeah.
Right. But so we didn't get a chance to ask you. Did you have a good time?
Yeah. I had, for what little bit of time I was there, I was tired, but yeah, I had a good time.
Yeah. You weren't there long. I mean, we didn't even know you had left. They were like, people were asking, like, where's Dennis? And I'm like, I think he already left because he had to get back because, he had to work again tonight. And
Hey, did the oils work?
Yeah, yes. Dennis?
Staying away, I think so.
Yeah.
I was so tired, I think I just had caught my second wind, but I had that, everyone kept saying, man, you smell like a pine tree. What are you wearing?
It's Ode de Forest by Calvin Klein. You smelled it?
Yeah, I think it did. Yeah. I'll have to. I'm going to wait till I get tired and then put it on again and see if it works.
Try it like tonight or tomorrow or some next night at work when you're kind of tired.
Don't mix them up.
Yeah, don't mix them up.
No. I've got the stuff to keep me awake at work, and I got the stuff to help me sleep at home.
Smart move. Yep, smart move. And we seen that you actually had your picture taken with Emily Rydell, didn't you?
Yep.
Yes, you did. She's a bit tall, ain't she?
Yeah, she's like 2 foot taller than me.
I've seen quite a few used pictures.
So she'd have been a lot.
Like 3 foot taller than old
right. I was gonna say she'd be about 3 foot taller than Scott. Yeah, buddy. I seen you playing in the pan and trough, so you did that, and
oh yeah, got a lot of gold from there too.
Did you see a bunch of our friends and stuff while you were there?
A bunch of the, you mean from the site?
From our friends, like Lee Hirschberger and Bill and Spike.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was really cool. And I got to meet some. I got to meet some new patrons. And I got to meet, just people on Facebook I haven't seen in a while, and
right.
It was really cool. It was fun. I had fun.
It was, wasn't it? It was a good time. We wish you could have stayed longer.
Oh, I wish I could have stayed too.
I mean, we closed it down. We definitely stayed to the end.
Did anybody win any raffles?
Not us.
Dang.
Never us. We are not raffle people. We don't ever win. So.
Well, Kathleen does. That's why when I handed my tickets, I was giving them to her. I'm like, nah, give them to Kathleen.
Nope.
Because if anybody's going to win, she'll win.
Right. No, not this time. The luck wasn't with us, though.
Oh, man.
But it was
so
fun.
Did anybody pick up any new products or anything? Or
No, did you?
I picked up a couple Garrett kits, you get like the big super sluice and the pan and stuff like that.
Yeah. Okay, that's what you did, pick up a couple of them? Okay.
Yeah, I picked up a couple of them, and then I went over to the Southern Tri-State Ohio chapter, GPA. Kept sport them. I bought a couple bags of pay dirt from them. And
okay, cool. And I'm trying to think, anybody else that you've seen? And yeah, it's just like you were just there, not there long enough. Like I said, we would love for you to have stayed and hung out with us.
I really wished I could have. I got probably 2 to 2.5 hours sleep before I come into work that night.
Yeah.
And man, by 8 o'clock in the morning, I went home and I went straight to bed, and I didn't wake up till it was almost time to come to work Sunday night. So I was extremely shot.
I bet you was. You'd have to be after that. That was rough on you, I know. But we appreciated you coming. For sure. We at least got a group picture of us for it.
Yeah, we did.
Like I said, we just missing Rich and Scott, and the whole crew would have been there for sure. But it was
somebody
good.
said that he was standing behind us in the picture. They could see his white shoes, or was that maybe you was wearing his shoes?
I was wearing, yeah. That's why I want to know Scott's whitening trick, so I can keep my shoes so bright and white like Scott's T-shirt. That's what I'm working on. I want them just as white as Scott's shirt. I got a picture of Scott's shirt hanging in my laundry room, so I can go, that's what I'm shooting for right there. That's my goal.
Yeah, whenever you find out, how to do the white shirts, make sure you send it to me. That way,
I will,
because I'm really confused. Because I was trying to listen, and I'm just totally.
See, it's not just me. It's not just me. See, I appreciate. Thank you, Dennis, for clarifying that. It's not just me that's mixed up on this.
Yeah. So whenever you find out, send it to me. That way, I know how to do my.
I definitely will. I keep hoping this is week 2.
It's like the gold, guys, and you got to own the gold. Just like your shirt, you have to own the shirt.
I was kind of catching this. When you clean your white shirts, you have to do it with a fire hose too, or something. Did I get that right?
I heard fire hose.
Was there a fire hose involved with it?
There is. How it plays into it, does it make the bubbles in the bucket? I don't know. I'm not sure. That's why I said I'm still a lot of little parts missing from this whole scenario. And this is 2 weeks now, and I still don't have it. So hopefully by week 3 we got this.
Yep.
I'll let you know, Dennis, the minute I do. Promise.
All
right, brother. Well, thank you for being here. You're not bailing, are you? Are you going to stick around?
I'll be around for a couple minutes.
Bounce in and out, okay? Are you there, or did we just lose you? All right. Well, Dennis, thank you for joining us. What we're going to do, we're going to take a quick break, and when we come back, we'll be back with Kathleen Biffle dredging up the news. We'll be right back, everybody.
Do you like to mine for gold? Enjoy prospecting a nice crack in the bedrock? Enjoy getting outdoors to camp, fish, hunt, and hike on your public lands? You plan your trip, load the gear, grab the dog, put the family in the truck, and drive off to a locked gate. A sign says you cannot enter or access your own public lands. Mining claims and public land owned by we the people are being designated as off limits by our own government every single day. Are you concerned about the direction our government is going? Are you tired of seeing no access, no entry signs on your lands? We are, and we are fighting back. We are AMRA, America Mining Rights Association, the fastest growing small mining advocacy association in America. AMRA is a 501c3 not-for-profit formed by miners, hunters, off-roaders, retired military men, and women to stop the insanity. AMRA was formed to educate, unite, and help the small miners and public land users on their rights given to us by God. Do you want access to great mining claims? For a small tax-deductible donation to their Miners Legal Fund, your family gains access to proven excellent mining claims across America for an entire year. AMRA challenges the USFS, BLM, EPA, and the other agencies intent upon stopping you from enjoying your own lands. You are who pays these people's wages. It is time they listen to us. We need to unite. And that is what AMRA is doing. As you sit here right now, thousands of acres of public lands are being closed, locked, and blocked from use by you. Are you fed up yet? Join us. Get in on this fight and let's restore America to what our families fought and died for. Freedom. Just visit AmericanMiningRights.com. AmericanMiningRights.com. Also, check us out on Facebook at American Mining Rights Association. AmericanMiningRights.com.
It is time for Dredging Up the News with Kathleen Biffle. Mining news from around the globe, metal detecting, dredging, entertainment news, and fun facts as well. Here's Kathleen.
All right, everybody. It is Halloween. All right, October 31st. And I'm going to start off with an article in Montana. This one appeared in a local publication called the Flathead Beacon. It's a very interesting read, and I'll start it off with one man's trash is another man's gold.
Okay. A
mining company pays millions for gold dug from mine dumps. Owen Voigt and Paul Antonioli, I think it's. I can't pronounce his last name, sorry. Anyway, they're independent miners who, they basically look through old mining dumps.
Okay.
And what happens with this, there's a mining company that is, paying money for this gold, which is kind of interesting. And how they do it, through a program that began in 2011, the mining company has paid out more than $45 million to small miners in the last 7 years in Montana.
Holy cow.
Yeah, so this is from gold that they dig out of old mine dumps. And evidently there, are a lot of them around the state. Golden Sunlight, that's the company. They will process the small miners' ore, turning it into nuggets, worth value.
Right.
So Golden Sunlight Mine is located northeast of Whitehall. Both small miners agree that there are old dumps in other parts of the states, but what they have to consider is, is it worth the extraction and the cost of hauling it back to Whitehall?
Okay.
So apparently there is a niche market out there of old mining claims. The independent miners will spend their winters researching maps, looking for old claims, and they say that there is still so much gold for the pickings out there in Montana. Mm-hmm. So if you're going to do this is going to be partially map work, where and then they say if you locate a mine, dated back to the 1880s or before, they know that that's possibly a good prospect to go through their dump. Why? Well, because around that time, cyanide was invented around that time. It came to Montana, well, not invented, but discovered, I guess. Okay. It came to Montana, and because it was so efficient, that means that there's a lot less gold left in the mine dumps after the 1880s, and specifically, you're going to narrow it down to 1885. This article went on to describe in detail the whole process that the independent miners do to dig for this, but they also are, they're held to some certain standards for reclamation.
Okay.
So, but to give you just a good idea, the men, they may move 200 to 500 ounces of gold and 3,000 to 5,000 tons of ore, and they haul it to this mine, Golden Sunlight. So there are some years when they just work on just 2 dumps. Other years they have hauled off 17 dumps in larger projects. So that, I guess, is a little niche market, and I thought that was kind of interesting. What's that?
I was going to ask, when you say mine dumps, what is a mine dump? Is it just like they're like tailings and stuff?
Tailings. Okay. When they muck out old mines, they put these big piles of dirt, evidently, out there.
Because I was, when the word dump, it's like, or is it like where he was dumping all the trash or something? Or it's like, no. So it's where they're putting all the
material,
the tailings and the digging.
Or leftovers from what they go through. Okay. And that's why they look for the older ones, dated older, because they didn't have the use of cyanide where they would, process all that.
Right. Okay.
What we consider out here, they got the dump pile and then they got the spoils. They used to put it in two different sections because one would come up and pick it up with the horses and take it off, and then the other side was the tailings. It was all the junk, and you can actually I think it was the pre-war is when they really made them stop doing that. You can still, I heard it's pretty good in Nevada too, or used to be, that you could find those two different color piles, and one was a spoils, one was a tailings, but it got shut down because of the war. We actually look for that out here as well.
Okay, cool. Yeah. Cool. Nice.
And if you're out there and you're maybe considering this, the Department of Environmental Quality, they don't issue permits to small miners. So if you're a small miner, you have to file affidavits instead that will bind you. Basically, it'll bind you to adhering to certain conditions.
Okay.
And that would be probably conditions for reclamation. So they say it's a win-win situation out there, just because, small miners remove big piles of dirt out of places on property where it might otherwise just sit. And they reclaim it and use it for other things. Like the article goes on to say exactly what, but everybody's looking for dirt, right?
Right. Oh yeah. Yeah. I mean, we all want.
It's funny because I just had a guy from Montana, because I haven't put the feelers out there, but I'm going to make the big trip this year and do a lot of I actually had a guy from Montana contact me. Said, hey, if you're ever up here, we got some good gold. I was like, wow, I've really never. You really never hear of Montana and good gold, but obviously there obviously is.
Yep.
Yeah,
yep.
Definitely. Okay.
So I thought that was interesting. The next story in Nevada is a little tragic. Jason Holman from Small Mine Development was killed Thursday at Jarrett Canyon Gold's Lee Smith Mine. Small Mine Development's general manager, Keith Jones, says that Holman was loading a round and was involved in a fall of ground near the end of his shift. Small Mine Development began operating the mine about 50 miles north of Elko in 2010. U.S. Mine Safety and Health Administration says that the miner was actually loading blast holes underground when the cemented backfill roof fell, causing fatal injuries.
Oh, that's not good.
Man.
It's a sad.
Yeah.
But, data shows that this is the first mine fatality in Nevada this year. The last mine fatality in the state were the two men actually October 31st, 2017, at the Marigold mine.
Wow.
Wow.
Crazy.
That's kind of odd.
Yeah, it is kind of odd. Interesting.
That could be one of those mining, ghost stories.
It could be. Yeah, don't do that stuff on October 31st.
Halloween.
That's right. It could create a new superstition. Don't do it.
Yeah. All right. Well, that's enough for stateside news. I've got some global news.
All right.
In Zimbabwe, the president of Zimbabwe Miners Federation, her name is Henrietta Rashwala. She announced that. Sorry,
Kathleen.
She announced that villagers living around the Meringue diamond fields in the eastern Manicaland province will be allocated. They're going to be allocating claims to extract gems as part of government plans to empower communities through mining. Her office approached state-owned Zimbabwe Consolidation Diamond Company regarding the allocation of mining claims to their membership in Marange. Her approach, she said, is based on the fact that Emerson... I don't even know how to pronounce it.
Go for it.
that Emerson Managawa government, I think I said it right, has allocated $150 million towards the development of artisanal mining in the country. So most of the gems in the area are currently being extracted by illegal pianers from the towns of Shirugwi, Buhera, and...
Come on. You got this.
Matabalala. Anywho, that's happening in Zimbabwe.
Oh, Matabawala land? Sound like a fairy tale place.
Matabalala land.
I like that one. Oh, that was perfect.
All right. So, okay, another country that starts with a Z, Zambia. A news story just released about a large 5,655 carat emerald found earlier this month. They named it the
Holy moly.
Inkalamu. It was named by the mining company that found it, Gemfields, which is the world's largest emerald mine, by the way.
Okay.
The name of this emerald means lion. The firm plans to cut it into small pieces for auction next month in Singapore.
Oh, man.
So I guess this emerald has a lot. It's like the clarity is amazing, and it's perfectly balanced with a golden green hue.
It's hard to believe they're going to cut it, right?
Yeah. Well, they don't know how many gems they'll get out of the cut, but they're estimating the values of $2.5 million.
Wow. That's crazy.
Actually, this isn't the biggest emerald found from this mine.
No.
The same mine in 2010, miners discovered a 6,225 carat emerald, and they named that Elephant.
Elephant and lion. So we have. Okay. I wonder how big is a 6,000 carat emerald, Kathy?
Oh my gosh! I don't even know. It's crazy.
Huge.
I'm thinking beach ball.
I'm thinking
bigger. It would probably be like a beach
that
ball
or bigger,
size.
yeah. I mean, God, they named it Elephant, so how big is it? You know?
Yeah.
Gosh, darn, that's cool though. Sweet. You never know what's under the ground.
And that's not even the biggest emerald in the world, and I'm gonna touch upon that in my fun facts. So
cool. Okay.
I'll save it for fun facts.
Awesome. Can't wait.
All right. In Malaysia, silver is saving lives. It's widely known that precious metals have several properties, but dealing with bugs is a new one. It turns out silver is being used now to destroy a brain-eating amoeba called Naegleria fowleri.
Okay.
In a paper published by ACS Chemical Neuroscience, researchers from Malaysia's Sunway University explained how they developed silver nanoparticles coated with anti-seizure drugs that can kill this deadly amoeba. Amoeba.
Oh, I love it.
So most infections with this amoeba result from just basically inhaling warm, dirty water in ponds, or a hot spring, or unchlorinated swimming pools. So I saw this in that show, Monsters Inside Me.
Oh, you did?
Yeah, it's pretty nasty.
It's freaky?
It's called Don't Swim in the Crap.
Oh, jeez. Wow.
I guess another species of this amoeba can cause blindness by entering through the eyes.
Oh, my gosh.
And you can get that from wearing dirty contact lenses.
Oh, my gosh. That's crazy.
Watch out.
Mm-hmm.
But anyway, the silver nanoparticles coated with the anti-seizure drugs will kill this amoeba.
That's
pretty cool, huh?
See, I knew silver was worth something. I knew it.
Silver, yeah.
I knew it.
So maybe the price of silver...
It's gonna skyrocket now. Watch.
Yeah, so I guess this is going to be better for treating infections.
Right.
Because normal antimicrobial drugs, you have to use like a huge amount. Like high doses. Because it needs to enter the brain to kill this thing.
Sure, okay.
So that's pretty interesting.
Yes,
but
it is.
I'm going to say this. There's an oil for that.
Yeah, see, I knew it.
For brain-eating amoebas.
There is an oil for brain-eating amoebas. And
all right, so I'm going to turn it over to my partner in crime here for local events of interest.
All right. Take it away, Shad.
Take it away, Shad.
Thank you, Kathleen. So grab your boots, lace them up, and get that costume going, because it's time for local events of interest.
There we go.
And we only have 3 because there's just not a lot going on. Sorry.
Right. That's okay.
All right, so first, let's wander over near Swiftwater to Cave Creek, Arizona.
Mm-hmm.
And you know what it is. It's Wild West Days 2018 at Cave Creek, November 2nd to the November 4th. So it's this weekend. You can go, Swifty. We want you there.
We do.
Believe it or not, what you're talking about is approximately 15 miles down the road from me.
Then
right
you should go to it. There. I want to see the pig riding.
Dude, don't talk about the thing.
Oh, did I just give it away?
You did.
Dang it.
Okay. The annual Wild West Days in Cave Creek, Arizona is a celebration that pays homage to the days of the Wild West and its heritage. The 3-day Western event features a parade, tractor train rides, Native American dancing demos, horse tricks, pig rides, Swiftwater, bull riding, you're not tall enough, country western music, and a gun shown down theatrical performances.
Ooh.
So get ready there. There will be an array of selected vendors offering original, one-of-a-kind works of fine art, pottery, paintings, photography, sculpture, glass, wood items, jewelry, clothing, handmade and hand-decorated crafts, and much more.
Mm-hmm.
The hours are Friday through Saturday, 10 a.m. to 5 p.m., and Sunday, 10 a.m. to 4 p.m. It's open to the public, so hope to see you there and ride a pig.
That's right, Scott. Live.
And just remember, for all you guys around here in AZ, you know that Cave Creek's just not for rodeos. It's also for bikers, too, if you decide to ride an iron horse. Drive up in there and watch them as well.
Just go.
And then hop on a pig.
And then ride
Just
a
go,
pig.
Scott.
Well, ride a hog, maybe.
Yeah, ride your
right.
hog up there.
No, it's pretty cool there at Cave Creek. It's not a really big place, but they do a lot of stuff up there. Like I said, they got different, like the bars and stuff like at the Hideaway and stuff. You know, the biker bar. You know, a lot of the guys that ride up, they just do the long ride. They'll stop in there, and then right across the road, believe it or not, is where they do the rodeos and stuff like what you're talking about. And they used to have what was it? A mock-up of Running with the Bulls at one time. Now I know that went like 2 years, and after that I didn't hear too much about it. So, but they used to do that as well. There, it's pretty.
Well, you got to go. You should go, Scott, on location, representing the show.
There you go.
I know, and you know what, Scott? If they do bring back Running with the Bulls, you're already wearing a white T-shirt,
right.
already have a red bandana.
That's right.
You are set, my friend.
You are ready.
So hop on that pig.
Pig hopping.
All right, so let's stay in Arizona because guess what? You cannot get enough of the Wild West.
No.
On November 9th through 11th, so the next weekend, it is Buck Connors Western Days in the town of Quartzsite.
Aw.
Buck Connors Western Days is a 3-day event and will include family-friendly activities at the Town Park and Community Center and Quartzsite Improvement Association. And really, it'll be all around town.
Uh-huh.
So activities will include Dr. Buck Montgomery's Wild West Show.
Sweet.
That's interesting.
Yes, it is.
Antique car show. Don't know how that fits in. Chili cook-off. A branding and iron art gallery and show. That's cool.
That's cool. Yeah.
Traders Row. Fancy word for flea market.
Yeah.
Children corral.
Wait a minute. What kind of corral?
All right. Whoa. It makes sense, okay? You want a children's corral. You got to keep them there because guess what's next door to that?
What's that?
The beer garden.
Boom.
Yes, so you definitely need a children corral. That is cool.
Corral your children to go to the beer garden.
So then after your beer garden, it's the ATV Roundup Parade and UHV Challenge.
What in the world is that?
And for nobody that's ever been to Quartzsite, remember that there's also gold all around.
Okay.
And then you have, I think that's with like the Jeeps
that
are really souped up for off-roading. And they have like this crazy course that it has to navigate across.
Okay.
Yeah, they call them rock crawlers out here.
Yeah. And then you have live entertainment, delicious food, and beverages, and more.
Beverages galore.
So, pretty cool. You can find more details at www.buckconnorsday.com. And I'll post that in a little bit in the chat room.
Yeah, Buck Connors, definitely. Buck Connors.
Hey, what's funny is there's gold all around Quartzsite. There's like GPAA claims there. There's open ground.
You should be at the Buck Connors Wild West Festival too, Scott, honestly. You should be at them both. You're the West Coast man. You got to get to these. Represent.
No kidding, man. These are in your backyard.
I know.
You didn't even know about
You probably didn't even know there was an event happening, Scott, and there's 2 for you to go to.
Come on.
You guys got number one. The one at Quartzsite's 140 miles away from me.
Okay, then you
and
go
the other
one,
the one was down. But you guys got to remember, I'm mining.
Well, you could take a break and go up there and represent.
The show comes first, man.
Right.
Get your priorities in order.
That's right. You're representing.
Go ride a frickin' pig.
That's right.
Go ride a
pig and say, I'm from Prospector Radio, and I'm Scott Swiftwater Toney. Promote. Right. And just get out there. And
didn't you read your contract?
No kidding.
I don't think he did. Fine print.
All right. So that's it on the West Coast. So how about we take a trip down under for any of our international listeners?
Heck yeah.
Right? Because we're global now.
That's right. We're worldwide.
And, of course, we can't get them all, but, Kathleen did, of course, find this one here to talk about. So it's at the Kalgoorlie, Washington, Australia. Mm-hmm. It's the annual St. Barbara's Festival on November 29th at 5 p.m. through December 3rd at 5 p.m. The annual St. Barbara's Festival celebrates mining in the region and the local community. The Miners' Memorial Service is held in the square on Thursday, the 1st of December, to honor the men and women who have lost their lives servicing the mining industry over the past century. Oh. The showcase of St. Barbara's Festival is the parade. Sunday, on the 4th of December, thousands and thousands of people from all over the world will gather for the parade to watch enormous pieces of mining equipment rumble down historic Hannon Street, including an enormous KCGM Cat 793 haul truck standing 19 feet tall, 26 feet wide, and 42 feet long.
That's a truck.
That's probably like 500 Swiftwaters right there.
Easily.
So along with mining equipment, you can expect to see community organizations, schools, animals, prospectors, and mine rescue demonstration. And this event is open to the public and free. So that sounds like a good time if you're in the land of Down Under.
That's right, it does.
So make sure, Swiftwater, we expect you to hop on a pig, drop some children off at the corral, drink some beer, and go see in Australia the enormous KCGN Cat 793 haul truck.
That's right. Those are Scott's missions.
He's our roving reporter.
That's right. So just take a swig of your prickly pear sauce and get busy.
Yeah, you could. Yeah, take some prickly pear with you. Hell yeah!
All right, so there you have it. Your local events of interest.
Awesome.
Back to Kathleen for, I guess, some fun facts.
Fun facts.
Yes. Fun fact time. So you guys getting sick of Halloween yet?
No, never.
Well, I hope not, because since it is actually Halloween, I have some fun facts relating to Halloween.
Cool.
Some myths about, gold.
All right. That's cool.
All right. So here's a myth or legend, if you will. It's called the Ireland Headless Horseman.
Okay.
This is where that creepy music would have come into play, Tim.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, not the bubbles, man.
Not the bubbles.
I want you to just start. Ooh,
this
whatever.
is a creepy story.
Dang, we ain't got no scary music. Crap.
All right. So, it's called the Ireland Headless Horseman. It's said that after sunset on certain festivals and feast days, one of the most terrifying creatures in the spirit world is called the Lullahan. He can be seen riding a black stallion across the countryside, and wherever he stops, someone dies. But why is it so scary? Well, the Dullahan has no head. He carries it with him in his hand, and because he is basically endowed with supernatural sight, he holds the head up high, which allows him to see great distances on the darkest nights.
Well, can he hold it up higher than where his head would normally be?
Yes, with his arm, he holds it way up here.
It's not like on a chain.
Well,
ain't that story strangely familiar to the Headless Horseman?
Yes, it is. The Legend of Sleepy Hollow. But beware, if you see him pass by, you will be punished by either having a bucket of blood thrown in your face, or you might be struck blind in one eye.
What?
Now, wait a minute. If you see him pass by, if I see a guy with his head in his arms, I'm not standing there any longer.
Yeah, right.
But the biggest fear is not getting blind in one eye. It is if he stops you wherever you are and calls your name out. This basically will draw out your soul and you will die.
Huh. So, he doesn't have to see you for that to happen. Well, not the name part, but the first two.
Okay.
If you see him, one of two things will happen, right?
Yeah.
Huh, that sucks.
Weird.
And then you die.
If
he calls out your name. This is supposed to be a scary story. I shouldn't be laughing.
But this is in Ireland, so we're okay here, right?
Yeah.
All right.
The Dullahan does not come to warn you. He means business. So if you see him and he says your name, well...
He means businesses.
Yeah. You expect your demise. However, he can be warded off by any object made of gold.
Oh.
So, for some reason, this thing has a fear of gold, and even a tiny amount will frighten him off.
Really?
That's not like the Legend of Sleepy Hollow at all.
No.
So no one knows for certain how the Dullahan originated. It is thought that he is the embodiment of the Celtic fertility god, Crom Dubh. He was worshipped by an ancient king of Ireland named Tigeramus. I don't know. Each year, this ancient king sacrificed humans to appease the gods. There's the creepy music.
Is Shad watching Halloween or something?
And the unusual method that he would do this sacrifice was decapitation.
Really?
The worship of the Crom Dubh ended in the 6th century when Christianity came to Ireland, and the old sacrificial traditions thankfully stopped, but not forgotten. For it said that he took on a physical form, which is the Headless Dullahan.
Headless Dullahan.
And get this, he uses a human spine for his whip.
Ooh.
That's kind of cool.
It is kind of cool.
That's badass.
Kind of like the
Predator. So, those of you in Ireland this Halloween night, be safe. Be home by sunset.
Now, do you have to throw your gold at it or just hold it up? Be like, I got gold.
You just keep it on you.
Okay.
Keep your gold object near you.
Okay.
And it will scare him
But
off.
he has to see it.
Well, yeah. I think maybe I don't know. It's a myth.
I would think you'd throw it at him and run.
All right. So this one, the next one is a little closer to home. It's in Colorado. And this one, there is a legend that a school bus full of orphans perished while a tunnel collapsed, trapping their spirits for eternity. And this story is behind the haunting of what's known as Colorado's Gold Camp Road tunnels. So the Gold Camp Road tunnels are actually 3 abandoned railroad tunnels near Colorado Springs. They were constructed during the 1800s and they were used during the gold rush.
Okay.
Well, after they served their purpose, they eventually were converted to just regular tunnels for cars. However, during the construction, a lot of workers lost their lives building it.
Okay. So
visitors at the tunnel say they have experienced paranormal activities. They hear children laughing, giggling, and screaming. A figure of a man pacing about the tunnels can be seen. Handprints appear on the cars. And vehicles mysteriously start moving on their own.
There's a bridge in my town like that, a tunnel.
Is there?
Yeah, it's like a mile away from here. And if you go and pull in the tunnel at night and you turn your lights off and put your car in neutral, your car will move and there'll be handprints on the back of your car.
Ooh.
Yeah, I forget.
Yeah, if you're not careful, you're going to get headlights in the back of your car.
I forget what it's called. There is a name for it. And I'll have to, Yeah, it's weird.
That kind of sounds familiar because with this myth, well, before that, there's this gruesome tale, right, of a busload of orphans or students, depending on who's telling the story. They were heading back from a field trip when tunnel number 3 collapsed, trapping and killing the children aboard. Legend says the kids can be heard laughing and giggling in tunnels 1 and 2, but the sounds turn into screams as you enter tunnel 3.
Oh.
The myth states the kids will slap and scratch unsuspecting visitors, as well as leave fingerprints on the cars.
See?
Well, you know one thing, it was students. You can guarantee that.
Yeah.
Because the orphans didn't have any money back then to do that, and they weren't spending the money. So.
Interesting.
What?
Back in the old days, the orphanages, they barely made it, so they didn't go on field trips.
Field trips, probably students.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. Students.
Yeah.
Yeah, but
another firsthand experience tells in the myth that there's a figure in tunnel number 2. One night, a group of friends decided to go ghost hunting. They decided to do this trick that if you turn off your lights in your car in tunnel number 2, strange things will happen. According to this eyewitness account, this group pulled into tunnel number 2, turned off their lights, and shut their car off. And then they noticed a dark figure pacing back and forth at the entrance of the tunnel. The figure made its way back to the car, peeked in, and placed his hands on the back of the car and disappeared. Mm-hmm. Well, they got scared, started the car, and drove away. Well, shortly after, they stopped to inspect the car and found dusty handprints on the truck.
See? Stuff's real.
Very, very creepy.
It's real.
And the last one I'll leave you with, and this goes in line with the story I did earlier about the humongous emerald. Believe it or not, that was not the biggest. The world's biggest emerald is known as the Bahia Emerald, and it was found in Brazil in the year 2001. It's said to be cursed. The emerald was found in Brazil, and it weighed 752 pounds. Mm-hmm. And could be worth $925 million.
Wow.
It doesn't look like a regular emerald. It's basically a big, massive black schist with 9 protruding emerald crystals. However, it's said to be cursed. The emerald has sat for years in a Los Angeles County Sheriff's Office in a vault because it's actually evidence, and it's been known to be the puzzle from hell from the detectives. Anyway, in 2008, it was brought to the Los Angeles, and now it's held as evidence. Why is it said to be cursed? Well, it was based on some myths or stories that surround this gem. Those tales include a house that burned down, a handful of lawsuits and bankruptcy filings, and a guy who says he was abducted, and man-eating panthers, all kinds of things, all lending to this air of doom for this specimen.
Oh, jeez.
There's an investigator writer, Elizabeth Wheel, who explored this story, and she even said that she was having bad luck when she was doing the investigation.
Right.
But we don't know about that. But anyway, the emerald's origin was in a Brazilian mine. So how did it make its way to the U.S.? Well, Elizabeth Well tells a great story of how she researched this, and you can read actually the full thing, which I won't read to you tonight.
Okay.
It's on Wired.com, but I'll give you kind of the gist.
Okay.
Over the past 10 years, 4 lawsuits have been filed over this emerald. 14 individuals or entities plus the nation of Brazil have claimed this to be theirs. A house burned down, 3 people filed for bankruptcy, and 1 man alleges having been kidnapped and held hostage. Many of the men involved say that the emerald is hellspawn, but they also just can't let it go. Even at the beginning when it was found, the rock had already been through a lot. It was found at a mine in Brazil. The mule team dragging it had to drag it through the rainforest. Anyway, they were attacked by panthers. And the surviving miners carried it to civilization. From town, it was trucked into South Sao Paulo and placed under a tarp in one of their carports. Anyway, it evidently was shipped to Sao Paulo, Brazil, then to San Jose, California, then to New Orleans, then South El Monte, and then Las Vegas. So this emerald's been everywhere.
It's been around. It has been around.
So during the long journey, they tell of failed business deals, soured partnerships, unkept promises. During Hurricane Katrina in 2005, the emerald was submerged in floodwaters and inaccessible. So that was kind of odd.
Mm-hmm.
I think it's funny. I think it's funny you said they all got attacked by panthers, but there's so many miners that said, "Oh, we don't worry about the panthers. They're eating those guys. Let's grab the emeralds and go."
Yeah, like there were some that survived and they took the emerald. So the crazy story. If you read the whole thing, she tells it in a colorful way, and she did actually interview the parties that were involved because this wasn't too long ago. So they're still around, and it's really very, very interesting. It's very convoluted, so check it out.
Yeah. Pretty
and
cool.
And that's Dredging Up the News.
That was an awesome Dredging Up the News. Man, I like the Halloween edition stuff. You know?
So that's enough for Halloween till next year.
Yeah, I think we've had enough Halloween. Halloween is over for us now. Officially, it is over here on Prospector Radio. No. So what is next, Kathleen? Thanksgiving.
Oh, yeah, Thanksgiving.
It's going to give you plenty of stuff to work on for Thanksgiving, right? How gold plays into Thanksgiving, and pretty cool. And I like it. Thank you, Kathleen. Shad, great job, you guys, as always. All right, what time is it?
I was going to say, how are we on time? Because I could go till next weekend on the dry land.
Okay.
If we had to.
Okay. Well, we can. It's 10:30. That's usually when we.
And I'll try not to make my news so long next.
All right, because we'll just plan.
No, that's fine. Just like I said, next weekend, man, we'll do some stuff. Talking about what I'm doing in dry land dredging, and
you can
kind of explain it a little bit more in detail.
Yeah, and you can report on the pig ride.
Yeah.
At the same time.
I want to hear all about it.
Yeah, you can tell us all about the pig ride at the same time. Perfect.
And I'll be mining.
Anybody that's ordered hats, I'm going to send your invoices out before the weekend, so we'll get them. We'll get those ordered. And ship has sailed. It is closed. We're taking no more pre-orders, so done. And also, Done. And is there anything else, Shad, that we can think of?
And then?
Other than those awesome events.
I think that about does it right now.
I do too. I think that about covers it. I think. Hold on 1 second. Let me check my notes real quick. And I think that does cover it. But I want to take a minute and say, if you're thinking life can't get any worse than it is, what you need to do is grab a gold pan, head to the creek, and hang out with some prospectors. It'll change your life forever. Guaranteed. And on that note, We're out of here, everybody. We'll see you Sunday.
Good night, everyone.
Good night, gold diggers.
Good night, everybody.
Night.
Be sure to tune in next Sunday at 7:30 for another great show. For updates and more info, please go to www.prospectorsradio.com.